Hey everybody, it's quarantine cooking, hashtag quarantine cooking time. So, we're going to make some breakfast, and it's going to be so good. I'm here to tell you it is great. Everything that we already had in our pantry or our refrigerator. So here is just a little bit of onion I had left over. We don't throw anything away. So, it ended up being the exact perfect amount. So I'm going to give that a quick chop. And hey, don't forget to check out everybody else's quarantine video that's part of this collaboration. Just type in hashtag quarantine cooking in the search bar and all the other people will pop up. Alright, so I got me a pan there. And check out this knife work. Booyah, bam, padow. And then I use the old cutting board to wipe off the knife. You don't see that every day. I'm a professional. Don't try this at home, people. Next, in my freezer, every time we buy green peppers or red peppers, any kind of pepper, what we don't use, we cut into strips and then we freeze it. It comes in handy. We always have peppers in our freezer. Let me give you some fair warning. When you're cutting frozen peppers, they will get away from you. Like that. Look at that. It tried to run away. Get back here, pepper. So as you cut them, when they're really frozen, bam, that'll happen. It ain't getting away from me. Come here. I'm going to cut you up. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to cut these peppers up. And by the time I get to the very last one, it had already begun to thaw enough that it cuts like a dream. It's these ones that are frozen that make it difficult and want to, cause your Tourette's to kick in a little bit. So check this out. Bam, 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 bam. And not one of those things flipped across the room. I have shot at the dogs with pieces of peppers before. No lie. Ooh, did you see that? I pulled the pan over with my knife. And now I'm using the pan to clean my knife off. That's skills, people. Skills. Now I'm just showing you what I put in here. Onion and green pepper. So, here it is. Spam. I love some spam. Get out of that can. You got to treat it like you mean it. Smack it like you... There you go. It'll come out eventually. So what we're going to do here is we are going to slice this into semi-thick steaks, if you will. Spam gets a bad rap, but I'm here to tell you it's the bomb diggity. And check it out. We are not wasting any of this. Get in there. We're keeping that for later. That's quarantine gold, people. Quarantine gold. Now listen, if you don't know the history of spam and why Hawaiians love it so much, it's because during World War II they couldn't get meat. That was it. Canned meat. So now, I'm going to show you my expert chef skills by breaking open 2 eggs into a bowl while wearing rubber gloves. It's not as easy as I make it look. Trust that. Now, I forgot to hit pause, but I started to scramble those eggs, but then I remembered, wait a minute, I want to add some red pepper flakes for some heat. And check it out, I'm not adding any salt to these eggs. Why? Because spam, when you cook it, it gets a little salty. Not overly, just the right amount. So you can see here, in that pan is what I've already sauteed my onions and my green pepper in. I'm utilizing the same pan. It's quarantine, people. We can't have too many dishes. So now I'm going to show you what I did. Oh, look, I'm cooling them off. Then I'm waving on them with a spoon. Then my hand. Bam! They are ice cold and ready to go in the eggs. You want to let them cool so that they don't cook your eggs before you're ready for them to start cooking. So we had these bagels that were way past their prime. They were getting dry and crusty. They're not bad, but they're a little dry and crusty. They're not the soft, luscious croissants that we normally would like to eat. So, we're going to fix that. How? How do we fix it, Jimmy Dick? Because we're going to put a little bit of butter and just a little bit of butter over the, the bready parts. We're not going to fill those gaps and holes in there with butter because that'll just make a soggy, gross mess. So like a grilled cheese. Have you ever made a grilled cheese where the bread was kind of sketchy and questionable, but once you fry it up on the stove, then you're like, wow, that's really good bread. Same thing with the croissants. Totes. Look at the expert butter spreading skills I've developed. That's years of training. So now, I have preheated this pan, and we're going to slap these babies down butter side down. And we're going to let them go, and they're going to cook, and they're going to be delicious. Back to our Spam, and disregard those eggs boiling. It has nothing to do with this recipe. We're going to let them brown. So you're going to cook them until they get good and brown. And this, I'm telling you right now, even if you think you don't like Spam, it's because you never had them like this. Brown those babies up, and boy howdy, you got something good going on. So let's check this out. Wabam and wabam. Did you see how soft they were? They kind of went a little limp. Awesomeness. So now that they are soft again and ready for my belly, we're going to take them off of there, and we are going to cook our eggs next. So I put just a teaspoon of butter, because these new pans I got, they don't require much oil or butter in them at all, and it's mainly for flavor, because it doesn't do anything for the sticking part. And we're going to dump that bowl of not scrambled eggs, but whipped eggs. But I scramble with a fork. I guess they're called whipped eggs. You might get air bubbles. See that air bubble in there trying to form? Not on my watch. So you grab a spatula and you say, get down! Bubbles, no bubbles in here. They'll refill in with wet egg. And we're going to let this just sit. But first off, look at those flecks of red. Now I'm going to gingerly and expertly place the sauteed green pepper and onion throughout, evenly distributed throughout my egg mixture. Because why? We're making an omelet. What? Yep. We're going to roll up an omelet super tight and beautiful, and we're going to put it in that sandwich. Once you get tired of gingerly put it, just slap everything in there anyway. That's how it works. What kind of cheese are we going to use? What? Wait. Is that cream cheese? Oh, no, you didn't, Jimmy Dick. Oh, yes, I did. If you've never had cream cheese in an omelet, you have no idea what you're missing. I'm telling you right now. Any omelet, I don't care what, replace whatever cheese you have with cream cheese, and it's a brand new slice of heaven. So this has been cooking for about 4 or 5 minutes, so it's nice and set. And I'm going to give it an initial flip here. Ba-boom. Look at that. About a third of the way. Then we're going to do the other one. And see how it stayed together? That's because I'm a professional. Not to brag. There's a little tear in there, but it doesn't matter. Because there's still a little bit of wet egg in that. And when I flip it over in a minute, it's going to seal right up. Basically, all we're doing now is we're waiting for that cream cheese to melt. Oh, look what I did. I took out my Spam and put it on there. It's on that toasty bagel. Oh, man. Let's give this baby a flip. All right. Next comes more magic. So you can see, oh, is that American cheese? Yes. And why American? Because if fast food has taught us anything, it is that American cheese can go on anything at all. Even Mexican food. So I've cut off part of the omelet. I put it on there. Look at that. And then top it off with the croissant. I'm giving you the fancy hand wave to show you. Oh, there's a low-carb version from my wife. She doesn't eat bread. So there you go. Breakfast sandwich that I'm going to cut in half and try to eat on. And then a low-carb version. It's the exact same thing with no bread. So I just can't wait anymore. And since I've already recorded this, I know how delicious it is, but you're going to see it in my face. So let me rip this damn mask off. I can't wait. All right, here we go. I'm going in. I'm biting. It's so good it popped off my mask. Oh, yes. Look at me go. I'm happy. I'm happy. Hey, if you think about it, give me a thumbs up. Look at this. Watch this. It's so good I licked my glove.